What's up, guys? Chasing Labour here with episode number 32 of the journey, and we are taking charge of Gresford for the first time. We're here in North Wales in the Cymru North, which is the second tier of world football. And, we've got a challenge on our hands, so like, subscribe, ring the bell, and let's go meet the team and see them in action for the very first time. So I thought we'd come in on the schedule screen so we can see what we're dealing with, what we've been gifted as we've taken over here. So, as we can see, a bit of a sea of red for the most part, opening 2 months of the season. We've done okay in the Cups, I think is safe to say. So we've got our first win of the season in September against Gilesfield. I think it's Gilesfield. And then we beat Ammanford in the league with... in the Cup in the second round. We've then played Airbus and lost, Hay St Mary's and lost. Haverfordwest, we're doing well in the Cups. I don't know why. We go back to league action, it's a loss. It's a loss against Carmarthen. We then had a couple of losses draw against Carmarthen, a couple of losses to Flint Town, putting us out of both Cups. Then we lost to Bangor in the league, and they've just had a couple of wins in the league this month. The last two games are the first two league wins the club have had. Makes it a very odd time to change manager because he seems to have sort of slowly figured it out. And that puts us in 15th in the table with 11 points, and hopefully we'll be able to work our way back up the table. We've got Carmarthen and Airbus, both former Welsh Premier teams in there, which makes things a little bit interesting. But yeah, very interesting that they've switched to a 4-4-2 and things have started turning around for them. So let's have a little look at what we're doing tactically, because I've made those choices already, and we'll go through the team sheet as well. I'm gone with a sort of 4-4-2. The left back we were gifted wasn't great, so I've kind of shifted everyone across a little bit. We've gone with a counter-attacking 4-4-2/4-2-4. I've got Cyril McGoy, I think is what I'm going to go with there in goal. He is a Gresford youth product, and not an awful goalkeeper for this level, with some potential, which is interesting to see. So we'll try and keep him around for as long as we possibly can. He looks like a decent-ish goalkeeper for this level with some potential. 18 years old and English, we can work with that. We, of course, looked at Kimani Hunter. He's going to play as a right wing-back for us today. It's not necessarily what he does best. He is better as a centre-half, but I can't play with four centre-halves. So he's been bounced out to the right wing, former Walsall man, who I think probably is better as a full-back than he is as a centre-half, if I'm completely honest. But what do I know? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out in this episode, funnily enough. Alongside him, we have Ahmed Habib, who's a centre-half signed from Whitby, 20 years old. Very young squad, this. Centre-half can play all the way across or up into the midfield as well, but definitely apparently best as centre-half. He's not the tallest, but, if this is what the game thinks, this is what we'll go with for a while. We'll see if he can improve and help us out as well. Alongside him, Alfie Perry, at centre-half, 18 years old. He is our big man at the back and probably too good for this level. Was signed from Hull at the beginning of this season, and we'll see how long he sticks around for. Definitely has the quality to play in the division above. And the third centre-half is Oliver Jones, who was signed from Walsall, and another Walsall signing. I know we go to Walsall a lot for players, and he can play right-back or centre-half. He's playing at centre-half despite being the more natural right back, because apparently he doesn't do that as well. So, we've just chucked him in there, hoping for the best. In midfield, I have Charlie Williams playing as a Masala. He was signed from Portsmouth. He looks decent enough, and we're going to try him out doing that. He has potential to play at the highest level as well, so we can definitely build on him. Casey Parrish alongside him. Again, he can play anywhere, which is very helpful, but this is his best role, so that's kind of what we're doing with him for now, and we'll play the rest by ear. Apparently that's what he does well, so we'll stick with that. We'll use him as a central midfielder. On the wings, we have Malise probably. Malise Asanoa, he's Ghanaian. He was signed from Fleetwood, but he's had a career that's taken to Reading, Tottenham, Cheshunt, Olympiacos, Kalamata. He's played in Greece. He's done well. He's been abroad. He's got a passport and everything. So we're going to play him as a winger today and hope he has something to give us. And on the other side, we have Heaney, Mackenzie Heaney, who is looking fairly tasty. He's a signing from South Shields for this season, plays on the left-hand side. Again, winger, 26, has the experience and could potentially turn into a top-flight player, so we'll find out what's occurring there. Up top, it's a bit harder to make choice up top. I essentially had a choice of having a mediocre left-back or a mediocre striker, and I thought I'd rather take the gamble with the striker. So Leo Farrell plays up top, came to us from Barnsley, and he is playing as a poacher because that's honestly the only thing he's any good at. And then alongside him is Leo Wood. The two Leos up front, two Lions, there we go. He's a pressing forward because he's rubbish at finishing, but apparently slightly better in the air, maybe. We'll see. Again, potential, signed from Warrington this season, in fact. He has signed from Warrington, or has been on loan here, I don't know. He's had 9 goals this season, he's our top scorer, so we're going to assume he's had 9 goals for the club, he's had 5 goals this season, we'll assume he's good. On the bench, Brandon Wright is another youth product. All the youth products here are English, I don't know why. They all got Welsh second nationalities, maybe? No, just English, just casually English. Okay, right back, centre-half, potential. You know the drill by now. He's 18. We're going to give him a shot and see what he can make happen for us. Travis Armstrong is a central midfielder. Again, another youth product, another English youth. Gresford is definitely in Wales, by the way. It is a Wrexham suburb. If you've seen the Welcome to Wrexham documentary, you'll know about the Gresford colliery disaster. It's a suburb of Wrexham, I promise you. And yeah, for some reason, all their new gens are English, all their youth products are English, who knows why. Harry Bell is the left-back I was talking about. He is apparently 3 and 2.5 stars as a left-back, but he's a left-back on defend. I don't know if I want to just have a left-back on defend. He doesn't have a lot of potential, and he's 22, previously of Wrexham, though, so he at least has some local connection. Dave Griffiths is our striker on the bench. He's 16 years old, a product of the youth system with some big potential. Primarily a poacher, but can do everything just as well, so that's why he's been our kind of backup striker on the bench. Thomas Henson is a defender, a centre-half, and he's played for Llandudno and Badland Dragons after leaving Doncaster. Somehow he came through an English youth team and is Welsh, but the players suggested the Welsh youth team are English. Anyway, he's a defender and he's tall, so that's why he's been given the nod on the bench. And then I have actually brought in 2 brand new signings. You can see I've got a bunch of trialists that I'm looking at as well. And I brought in 2 new signings who are going to be on the bench today. Max Murray is one of them, a centre-half and a right-back. He's here for potential. He's 18 years old, released by Bradford City at the end of last season. I've seen him, I've stacked him up, I brought him in, and we're going to see if he can become a big name for us or if he's just extra baggage. And Ramel Donovan, who was released by Birmingham at the end of last season, has come in, central midfielder, who can play as an attacking midfielder or as a winger, and does all of those things just as well as each other, gives us a little bit of flexibility with a lot of potential to be a top division player here. So he will be a key player for us going forward. In terms of everyone left, I'll show you why they're not playing for now. Tristan Davis-Ward just has some matrix problems. He's pretty rubbish. I am going to look for a backup goalkeeper. Don't you panic. We'll look at the trialists if they come in. Mark Evans is a central midfielder, 16 years old and Welsh with some potential. We'll see how he shapes out. He might make it, he might not. He's played 13 games off the bench this season in the league, which shows you how thin on the ground this squad has been. Dan Reynolds is a right winger. No relation to Ryan, I assume. 15 years old and Welsh, so Blake will have questions if he is. Right winger. And again, he's 15 years old, so we'll see how he does. He has played in the league this season. He's not good enough to be doing that at all, so that's questionable. And then we've got Sam Davis, who also 17, Welsh youngster through the youth team. He's played 30 games for the club, but again, mostly appearing from the bench and not particularly special at this point, but does have potential. So that's sort of the overview of what we're working with at the club. I am looking at bringing in some players. I've got a bunch of players lined up. If we just look at the ins for now, you'll see I'm looking at bringing a goalkeeper on loan, looking at bringing a permanent goalkeeper, shoring up midfield and the attack. I'm just looking for options. We can have 12 players on loan, and we have currently got no players on loan. So I thought I'd probably bulk out the squad with some free loans, just so we've got some extra bodies in there. Bunch of them are left backs as well, which is nice, and we'll see how that shapes out. We'll figure out a tactic when we've got an actual squad to work with. But without any further ado, we are going to go into the league game against Conwy today. Hopefully we can get off to a good start with a win, and we'll see how that goes. So I will see you on the other side of this little clickety-doo through the next three screens. Okay, then here we are in the dressing room. We're in a good run lately. You either impressed me, because apparently 2 wins all season is a good run. There we go. Make the difference, make me proud. Just do a quick little make the difference, make me proud, and see what it does. To everyone's happiness, nothing. Cool. Right, let's get this in the way. See what we can do, and hopefully victories will be upon all our houses. That is the hope. So, tiny stadium, beautiful stuff. Become RF.Wales. Or become a ref. I can read. I was like, why does that say become RF? Who's RF? Why are we becoming him? Where are all of Wales becoming him? Anyway, Conwy have got a team. I'm going to learn to read, because that's important. And yeah, game will shortly be underway, I am sure. They're in orange, we're in red, because obviously we're a suburb of Wrexham, so we play in red. That makes sense. Game is underway. Let's see if we can maybe, just maybe, get a win on our debut with a random formation, just like we did in Sweden. It's going a bit choppy, the old frame rate. Good stuff. Heaney now with the ball back to Parish. Jones now with a shot from range. What a goal! And that honestly almost made the terrible frame rate worthwhile. I'm going to learn to English. Asamoah with a fantastic little ball out wide. I thought it was offside. It wasn't. Jones with the shot from range. Beautiful into the top bins. And for a guy who's not really a left back, but is a left back, but isn't a left back and is actually a right back, maybe whatever he does. Pretty good finish. As Marshall out to Barlett, are we going to concede immediately? Adams to Newton. Newton forward. Parish picks it up. Williams now. Williams forward to Asamoah. Asamoah back to Habib, who will have a little punt forward. There we go. Asamoah picks up the ball. Can he cut the ball back? He doesn't need to, because Malaise Asamoah has just decided to hoof it home. And I know Conwy are bottom of the league and they're pretty hopeless, but frankly, this is getting ridiculous. We're 2-0 up. We're not even 2 minutes into the game when he hits this. Watch the timer, top left. 1 minute 52 on the clock, and he pumps it home for 2-0. And if this carries on, we're going to win 90-0, which is a bit ridiculous. Throw-in now for us. We're not going for a ridiculous scoreline, apparently. We're in the 18th minute now, and we have only scored 2. So Parish to Hunter. Hunter back to Habib, taking all his sweet time. Williams turns his man. 5 Parish. Parish with time on the ball now. What can he do? Fall forward to Williams. Williams cuts it back to Perry. Don't know why this frame rate's doing this. There's nothing else running. It's just having a bit of a fit, I think. Farrell to Asamoah. Asamoah with a run forward. Does a little flickety do. Has a shot from range, which almost goes in. Williams flicks the ball over from the rebound. Evans with something or other. What crazy football. Heaney with a pop from range. Mackenzie Heaney. 3-0. And I'm liking these boys already. I think our little trip to Wales could be a bit of a success at this rate, although it's frozen again. Good stuff. Yeah, bit of a success. Watch out, TNS. Here we come. Because the boys from Gresford are on a mission, and we're going to aim to get as close to promotion as we can this season, and then really build from that. Why is that popped up? So random. We'll find out later, I guess. Well, that's half-time. It is disappointingly only 3-0 at half-time, although apparently Conwy are still in the game. Somehow our XG is 0.46. We've had 3 goals. Crazy stuff. Let's just tell them we're happy and send them back out there. I'm probably going to make some changes very shortly. I don't even know how many subs I get in at the Welsh League. We'll find out shortly. And yeah, we'll probably replace some of these guys putting 6-6s, because that's just not helpful. Corner, it's Jones taking for Conwy into the box. Can we win this? Yeah, we have. And Doohan now picks up the ball, cuts it back. Adams taking his sweet ass time, has a pop from range, and it stays 3-0, and we're doing okay, but it is going to be time to make a few changes, I think. Call out for Conley. I've made some changes, gone to a cheeky little 5 at the back, purely because I had to take off both strikers. One was injured and one was rubbish, and I only had one on the bench, so we went to 5 at the back, and Dyer with a shot from range. We have sent on Harry Bell left back. Max Murray makes his debut as centre half. I have got Ramel Donovan making his debut as central midfielder. Dave Griffiths is up top now. One sub left to play with. Probably going to be Mackenzie Heaney coming off, purely because he looks knackered, but I'm not quite sure who to replace him with. Well, time's ticking away. I don't know what this absolute abomination of a formation is. It was just I needed to replace Mackenzie Heaney because he was tired. And I sent on a guy that could play in midfield, and that's how it ended up. And it also ended up 3-0. We're a little bit impotent in the second half, but we did what we needed to do. We got the job done, and we brought home a result on our debut in charge of Gresford. So I can't complain too much, if I'm completely honest. We got out of the relegation zone and everything. We are now only 22 points behind Carmarthen. We can still do this, boys. We can still do this. Only half a season to go. It's not impossible. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. We'll find out how that goes. Let's see what we're doing in terms of going forward. I'm just having a little look to see what's happening with the African Nations Cup, because that's coming up very shortly. I have been ignoring the friendlies that are being played in the background because I'm not worried about the pre-AFCON friendly action. Let's go with, it is going to be the AFCON next, so I'm not sure when we're going to be back with Gresford, because AFCON wise we have got these 3 games in December. The group stages: Congo, Morocco and Guinea-Bissau. I think we can probably finish top 2 in that group if we get lucky. So we could have 2 solid weeks of AFCON action. That's probably what's going to happen. We'll find out on Tuesday. We'll have a little party of fun, and we'll go from there. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry about the weird frame or anything. I'm not sure what that was about. We'll find out together, I guess, down the line. But anyway, I have been Chasing Leonie. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Till next time, stay safe and have a good one.